camera? Yeah, I need to move my camera.
Yeah, I'd say bottom right.
Yeah.
Or top right.
Probably do top right because there's nothing important up there. And there shouldn't be at all. I think that's good.
So the finals, the winner finals for Call of Duty Challengers is 5-star versus Triumph.
Okay.
And that starts at 12:30 Eastern Time. The losers finals is Atlanta FaZe Academy versus the Orlando Reapers. And Carnage versus West R.
What did these were these teams in the CWL, or are they just new teams that came up this year?
A lot of the names don't look familiar. Like Triumph looks familiar. I'm pretty sure they've been around for a minute. 5-star doesn't look too familiar.
Of course, FaZe Academy. That's from FaZe.
Yeah, but as far as 5-star goes, they've won a couple. They were your Toronto Ultra Open Challenger champions.
Okay.
They consist of Parasite, Exotic, Goonjar, Fire, and Noisy. Parasite, Exotic, and Goonjar have played for a very long time. Goonjar is actually a substitute for Optic Gaming.
Okay.
Parasite is a world champion. He won Call of Duty Champs back in Black Ops 2, and Exotic is just a young gun. He's a pretty solid sub player.
Okay, so Aches, what team is he on?
I think he got like top 32 or something.
Oh, so he's not on a team anymore.
Yeah.
Well, not on a team. His team's out.
Yeah.
Okay. I just had to turn I need to turn mine down a little bit. The decibels are getting too high for our audio. All right, that should be good. Yep. All right, so I guess break into the bracket. Wish I had my koozie. I don't know where it's at the moment though.
And just to say, Triumph consists of Standy, Felony, Nagafin, Royalty, and Diamond Fun. Fellow, Nagafin, and Royalty, all three really good players. Nagafin's like 26, so he's been around for a while. Felony's been around for a while. Royalty, he plays on like the highest sensitivity in every single game. So last year he was playing on like 2020 or something.
Holy cow.
Yeah, he was insane in AW.
Oh, I bet he was. I mean, you would almost think there would be a sensitivity ruling for like what sensitivity you have to play on, because you can turn on people faster if you have that high sensitivity.
But it's also harder to control.
It is harder to control, but if you know how to control it, it gives you an advantage.
Yeah, but at that point, anybody could turn on that sensitivity.
Yeah.
It's just whoever wants to do it. So, you want to start losers bracket?
Yeah, we can start on losers bracket.
Did not realize it was LA versus LA to start it off.
Yep, LA versus LA.
Wow.
So, of course, I got to give my team the win. But I don't think it's going to be a 3-0 at all. I think it goes to game 5. We win both S&Ds.
So, which respawn do you guys say?
I wonder if there's a... Hold up. Let me look at the map. See if it'll show you the maps. Schedule. I doubt it. Match schedule. No, it didn't show any of the maps. I'm gonna say probably one of the hard points. We don't win a dom. We don't win the dom. So what are you thinking?
mean, Optic hasn't really shown anything this year.
No, they've been decent.
LA's been, kind of doing well here recently. They started to find their groove a little bit.
And then they got.
If I had to choose, I would probably go. I'd go LA 3-1 instead of 3-2.
So you're saying
both S&Ds, and they take the first hard point.
So you're saying LAG wins the first, both hard points and the S&D?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. I can dig it.
Optic takes it down.
I'm going to go a little crazy on the next one. I think...
Sturge and Legion?
Yep. I think Seattle, 3-0s.
I think Seattle comes out. I mean, to be fair, that's not like super crazy. I mean, I could see it.
Seattle has gotten screwed over so many times this year. They're going to come out with a vengeance come champs.
Obviously, their star player is going to be Octane.
Yeah, Octane and
it won't be negative for a single series.
No.
This game. I can 100% guarantee it.
Octane and Apathy show the fuck out. Like they have all year. But they show out in 3-0 Paris.
Understandable. I could see that as well. There's no arguments here. Paris really hadn't done anything.
Mm-mm.
And, I mean, to be fair, other than winning a couple maps last event, they had gone, 11 maps, 11 games without winning?
Didn't they go to a finals recently?
Last season, or last game. Or
last tourney?
Yeah.
But then they got, smacked in it. I think it was by Dallas, right? Or was it by Florida? But it was two of them ago. It was two tourneys ago because Dallas, that was the series. Dallas only dropped one map during the whole tourney.
Yep, and it secured them second place.
Yep. All right, so now we got to go up to winners round one.
So we'll start, of course, New York and Minnesota.
Yep.
The more difficult option between the two, in my opinion.
It depends on what New York shows up. Because New York had a streak there at the end where they were smacking, and Minnesota has just been mid-tier since that went online.
Exactly. Minnesota had started off really hot when, the first 2-3 events were on land, but then they went to online and...
They really haven't done much. I don't think they've made it to Sunday since they went online. I'm going to have to give that one to New York. But it's not a 3-0. I'm going to say 3-1. I think they 3-1 them. And Minnesota wins the... I'm going to say Minnesota probably wins the Dom, not the S&D. I think New York smacks them on the S&D. What do you think?
What do you say, New York 3-1?
New York 3-1, Minnesota wins the domination. New York wins the hardpoint, S&D, and hardpoint.
It's understandable. I mean, they have 0 wins since I looked it up just to see how bad they've been doing lately.
Yeah.
They have 0 wins since July 25th, which I think was the last event. So,
yeah,
not too big of a thing, but they have a 38% win rate. Not fantastic.
At all.
And then New York Subliners, they have a 46% win rate.
Their tournament recently.
But you gotta think Minnesota won the first tournament of the year that was on land.
On land, but this isn't on land.
I mean, I give it to Subliners, but I don't know. I say 3-2.
3-2? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, because Subliners haven't had great S&D. I think they win the last S&D.
Oh. So you give Minnesota the first S&D and New York the last one?
Yeah.
Okay. I can dig it. I just feel like New York's got a little chip on their shoulder because they came out, said we're going to win our home series, and they were the first team to win their own home series.
All right, so here we are. Royal Ravens versus Toronto Ultra.
Ooh.
This one's easy.
You think
I'm
so?
giving Ultra 3-1. Without a doubt. I want to say 3-0, but I'll do 3-1.
Yeah, because I feel like London lucked their way into the winners bracket. Toronto's been looking good lately, you're right. And then I give them the S and D. Simply, I give London the S and D. So yeah, 3-1. I agree with that, 3-1. I think that's the first one we've agreed on.
Yeah.
All right, go back down to the losers bracket, or go ahead and do winners round 1, round 2.
Let's go ahead and finish up the losers bracket elimination round 2.
All right, so LA, Minnesota.
Unbiased opinion here, Perkins.
Actually, I think it's still close. Because like you said, Minnesota hasn't been good since they went online. LA's been okay, but not great.
But same thing with New York, which LA shows up.
Yeah.
I think a decent Minnesota could still beat decent New York. Or LA, sorry.
I think it's going to go to Game 5 again.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to figure out who I want to give it to, though.
I feel like Game 5 should be just straight up, the LA Gorillas area.
You would think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because we got smacked by London, I want to say, in S&D. And that means LA is going to be practicing their S&D. Because that's supposed to be our mode. And we got 6-0 in it. So LA is going to have been practicing their S&D like crazy. So I honestly, since I've started watching it, Minnesota hasn't done anything. Actually, LA's done more than Minnesota has since I started watching it. Because LA went to Sunday in June, but Minnesota hasn't. I'm gonna have to give it to LA 3-2. And not just because I'm an LA fan. What are you thinking?
I think you're going to be mad because of my decision.
No.
I think it's the 3-1.
3-1 Minnesota?
Yes. Simply because, yeah, they haven't been the best since online, but this is COD Champs.
Yeah.
And this is a Minnesota team that, if everything goes how we said, gets knocked into loser bracket first round and gets that immediate wake-up call.
Yeah.
LA in loser bracket, if they come straight out, just smack Optic. Like, they don't do the 3-2 we're thinking. They just absolutely smack Optic.
3-1 or 3-0.
Yeah, I could see them carrying that momentum. But if it does go to the 3-2, I just don't see them being able to beat Minnesota.
Yeah.
So I give it a 3-1 Minnesota.
Okay. So this is the first time I think we've picked different teams. Yeah. Because we both picked LAG, we both picked Seattle, and New York and Toronto. All right. I think both of us. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I don't feel like London's good enough to be in winners round. They just lucked up to get out of it. If I'm being honest, I think they get. I think they get 3-1 again. I think they get 3-1 again. Which one do you think they take? I think they take first hard point. They think they're doing good. They're rolling. They won the first map, and then Seattle comes out and 3-0 them from there.
I could agree with that.
Seattle wins the S&D probably, I'd say 6-3 or 6-2. Smack on the dom and smack on the hard point.
I honestly could see that.
I feel like that's what's going to happen there.
Okay, so
back to winners round 2. This is where it starts getting really interesting. You gotta get.
I think we flip it. I think we go Florida and Toronto first, and then New York and Chicago.
Okay.
Just because I want to do it with the more interesting match first, because I don't think New York and Chicago is going to be as close as it should be.
No.
So let's go Florida, Toronto.
Florida wins.
Yeah.
The Florida that has been playing the last 2 months, if they could come up and show out and play in Champs, 3-0. That's what I was doing too.
And it's online.
Yep. And Florida has been smacking on with online champs.
Literally, the only thing going for Florida is it being online.
Yep. Because they were average.
At best.
At best. And then it hit online and they won 2 back-to-back. 2. Didn't they win the last one?
No.
Are you sure? Because I know they beat Dallas. Who won the last one?
I'm talking about Chuck.
I should be able to check it real quick. Regular season. Oh, Atlanta, I think. No. Toronto? Toronto. They 3-2'd Atlanta. That's right.
Yeah, game 5. Methods with the clutch.
Yep, that's right. Toronto did beat Atlanta.
Yeah, because Florida got 3-0'd by Dallas again.
Yeah, they got 3-2'd and 3-0'd.
And then Toronto 3-1 Dallas.
Yeah.
Then Atlanta 3-0'd Optic, and then 3-2 for the final. At least it was a good final.
Yeah. So Toronto and New York were 2 teams that won their home series.
Yeah.
I didn't even put
series.
that together. I don't think we really watched this one that closely. I know I really didn't because LA wasn't playing it, so I kept up with it, but I didn't really.
I know I watched Sunday, but that's about it.
I didn't even put it together.
I started with the Warzone. Yeah, I mean, because it's been almost a month since it happened.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's spicy.
All right. Chicago, New York. You would think it would be a 3-2, and I would put it in Chicago's favor. But I think you're right. I don't think it's as close as it should be.
I'm going 3-0.
3-0. I'm going to give New York 1. And I think the 1 is actually going to be the S&D. I think they're going to win the S&D, and that's it. I do think it should be a game 5, but it's not going to be. I think Chicago's just going to smack them.
I think what happens is it's champs. It's Scumpy and Formal.
Oh, yeah.
It's them wanting to prove that they're actually still a dominant team. You got the Twins.
Yeah,
Alec and Martini.
Yeah.
They won the last Call of Duty champs.
Oh, they did.
Then you've got Envoy, who just does whatever the fuck he wants around the map.
With
He'll
a backwards headset.
It's going to be a 3-0. And I mean this in the nicest regards. New York doesn't know what hit them. because it's just going to be map after map after map. I don't think it's close to that. I think it's dominant from the start. I think it's easily a 75 to 100 point win on hardpoint.
Ooh.
I think it's a 3-point win at least on S&D.
Ooh.
And then domination, I just think they just absolutely millywalk it.
You think it's over before the first half?
I think they go into first half at least 30 points up.
Wow.
I just think Chicago feels like they have too much to prove.
They probably.
I mean,
like
you got to think people are doubting them recently with Florida's success and Chicago not being, on top of it.
Yeah.
But the recent meta change and everything going on, I think they just feel like they have so much to prove.
Yeah. Because they have so many ARs that can just smack, and now it's Yeah, they have so many ARs that can smack, and now that they nerfed the MP5. Yeah, I feel it.
Yep. I think it's not going to be close. I agree with your pick as far as if it does happen, it is S&D that they do lose.
Yeah.
And of course, it could come out all backwards. New York could come out and absolutely just handle them the first two maps and it's a reverse sweep. But I don't see it happening.
I still don't see New York winning.
No, not at all.
No. So now we're going back down to the eliminations round 3. Chicago smacked New York. They've been thrown into the losers round.
Yep.
Toronto. Right. Okay, now this is where we have a different pick. You have Toronto, Minnesota. I have Toronto, LAG.
Our losers bracket is very purple.
Yes.
Very purple.
Yes, it is. Even if it's your pick, yours is purple. My pick is purple.
This is a very good one still.
For both sides.
Is this where you still continue with LA?
No.
Or you go with the recent champs and the Toronto Ultra?
I don't know.
Because I'm sticking with my boy Zini. I think Methods is going to carry Toronto through this one, and I think it's going to be a crisp 3-2. Just like Atlanta face. It's going to come down to the final S&D in a pretty close manner.
Honestly,
but even St. Petro, it's not close.
Even with LAG, I think you're right. I think Toronto wins it. I think my boys make it to round 3.
That's good, though. Considering where they started, who they'd have to face, no matter which way it goes.
Yeah,
it's still a pretty good run.
Because if Minnesota wins, then we have to play New York.
Exactly.
And then if Toronto beat Florida, then we'd have to play Florida. So I mean, we've got a hard end of the losers bracket.
Very.
Like we've definitely got the stacked end. Because the bottom end is Seattle Legion, then it's say Seattle wins Seattle London or Seattle Ultra. Wait, no. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it flipped right there. Okay. But still. Alright, so Seattle and New York. That's going to be a close one. I'm giving it to Octane. I'm giving it to Octane, though, but I think it's 3-2. And Seattle wins both S&Ds.
Really?
Yes.
Ooh, this one's a good one. Of course, you got Octane Apathy, but you also have Zuma and Attach.
Yeah.
I think it's a 3-2.
Yep, 3-2 Seattle.
I think Seattle pulls it out. No, yeah, they do win both S&Ds because New York does not have good S&D right now.
No, they don't.
That's the only saving grace. Now, to winners, round 3, where we have the top 4 teams in the league.
Oh, wow.
Which is how I think it's going to be. Not just because they're the top 4, just because it's champs and they all feel like they have to prove something.
Yeah, we weren't even looking at that. We just put on top 4.
Yeah. And something that has to be considered, FaZe and Dallas have yet to play. They're coming out cold.
Ooh. Yeah.
Against two teams that, if it goes the way we think,
they're gonna have
both just
smack. They're
3-0.
coming off an amazing win. They've got a high.
Yeah. Yes. So
Which-
depending on the way the games are played,
Which I think that means both rounds are gonna go at least to game 5. Both games. Atlanta, Chicago, and Dallas and Florida are both gonna go to game 5. What do you think? You there?
yeah, Chad asked me a question.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I could see the game 5 from both teams. Jeez, this is fucking crazy.
I know. You got Atlanta, who's looked good the entire year. Even when they weren't looking as good as they were, they still looked great.
But you also have Chicago, who the last time they played 3-0'd Atlanta.
Yeah.
So,
And Atlanta's coming out cold.
yeah, you have a Chicago that's on fire, to say the least, in both mental standpoint and just winning the games.
Yep. As bad as you've got to put 2 of these 4 teams in the losers bracket.
Yeah. So, and any team that goes into the loser bracket from here is just going to be angry and take it out on every single person to ever
Yeah,
exist.
I don't think anybody in the losers bracket now makes it out of the losers bracket.
You gotta think. They're both going to elimination round 5, then elimination finals. Like, shit. And I forgot the grand finals is a best of 9.
Yeah.
Okay, so I say not because they're my team, but because, like Chicago, they have been doubted here lately.
They have.
They 3-1.
Oh.
They have been doubted as far as, not playing to their standards. They haven't played the absolute best they could, most of it being reverse sweeps. They're coming off of a tournament they feel like they should have won in the Toronto home series.
Yep.
And I see them 3-1.
Okay. I'm giving it to
it's
them.
a rough 3-1. I think it's very close. I see them losing the first hard point because for some reason I feel like they're going to play Gun Runner, and that makes 0 sense to me. But 3-1.
I'm gonna give it to them. I'm gonna give it to them 3-2. It's a very close 3-2. Game 5, round 11.
Oh, spicy.
Yeah.
And that's the first Game 5 round 11 that's been called.
Yeah. I think that's gonna go Game 5, round 11. It's Atlanta FaZe. They take it. They have been the Game 5, round 11 champions this year. I think they've only lost one of those.
Yes.
All year or something like that. Yeah, I think it goes to Game 5, round 11, and Atlanta FaZe just smacks them in the final round. I think the final round isn't close. I think it ends up being like Atlanta taking out 3 of them off the bat, and it's the 5-2 advantage. I think it's a very close one though. The first S&D, the hard points, the DOMs, they're all very close.
Yes, I completely agree. From there, we go to Dallas and Florida, the 2 that have been going at it
For the latter
half of the year.
And you got to think Dallas has had the upper hand on Florida for the last 3 times. They 3-0'd them, 3-2'd them, and 3-0'd them again.
Yeah, like,
Does Dallas 3-2 them again, or win again, or does Florida come out with a vengeance because they've gotten beat by them 3 times in a row. Does Dallas have Florida's number?
Florida switches it up. They come out. They win.
You think so?
I do.
You realize that
Simply
means
because it is champs. They pull out all the stops.
you realize I'm pretty sure that means Atlanta. No,
Pull
they
it to
finally.
Florida.
No. They finally played Dallas. Yeah, they played Dallas last tourney. They 3-0 them. Okay.
Yeah,
no,
Atlanta, their losses have come from Florida. They
Wait,
have lost to Florida the last 2 times they played them.
Who is it that Atlanta didn't play for the longest time? Was it Chicago?
Chicago. Yeah, it was Chicago. And then they split it. It's like Atlanta's 1-1, Chicago's 1-1.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Florida has beaten Atlanta by a combined map count of 6-1 the last 2 times
they
they've played.
3-0'd them and 3-1 them. That's right.
Yeah. So
both of them for finals, right? For
Yep.
grand finals.
Yeah, because the last 3-0 was the quickest domination of all time.
Oh yeah.
Because it was mathematically over before the half even began.
Yeah.
But I do think Florida comes out with a vengeance. I think they pull out all the stops with it being Call of Duty champs, their online team. I think they just try and do everything they can. They 3-2 them still, though. I will give Dallas the maps.
I think it's just like Atlanta, Chicago. It's a very close 3-2.
All right. So now what we're looking at is
Chicago.
Chicago, Toronto. Yeah. Yeah.
3-1.
You think 3-1? What do you think Toronto takes?
Probably the first hard point.
I'd give Toronto the domination.
Think the domination? Maybe.
Yeah. Domination's the one that can be the biggest flipper.
Yeah. I don't think there's really a team that's good at domination. You've seen them all just flop on domination.
Yeah, it's the way it's freaking played. But I think it's a 3-2. I think it's a close 3-1. Sorry, I think it's close. But like you said, I do think it's a 3-1 in the favor of Chicago.
And as much as we're both gonna hate this, Dallas 3-0. I think Dallas 3-0 Seattle.
I can see it.
Ends the reign of terror up to there.
Dallas 3-0 Seattle. Dallas and Chicago.
Yep. This is interesting. Have they played?
Yes. I believe Chicago has the edge on them.
Let's see. It wasn't last tournament. I'm just going to flip through real quick and see if I can find where they played.
They haven't played in a while, it looks like.
It wasn't London, Toronto. They didn't play New York, Paris.
Or they really haven't played in a long time.
No, they haven't. Have they played?
Yeah, they've played. But I just... see.
Seattle, that's the one I started watching. So they haven't played since I started watching. They haven't played each other since I started watching.
Ooh, okay. So, this is crazy. 3-1 Chicago, Dallas, January 24th. 3-1 Chicago over Dallas, February 8th. 3-0 Chicago, Dallas, February 9th. 3-0 Dallas over Chicago, April 26th.
Yep. So
that was the last time they played. Was April 26th.
So Chicago's got them 3-1 against each other.
Yes.
But the last one was 3-0. Interesting.
I still give it Chicago.
Yeah, I think the Twins and then Scump and Form will just show out. But again, Dallas doesn't get just dropped out. It is a 3-2.
Ooh. That's a 3-1.
Oh, interesting.
I think getting knocked into loser's bracket,
On their first game,
yeah, just does something.
mentally to them.
Yeah.
All right, so
FaZe versus Florida now. Has not gone the way of FaZe.
I think.
However,
There's actually a possibility that FaZe doesn't make the finals. Because say we give this to Florida, because Florida has been smacking FaZe. It has had FaZe's number recently. Chicago's also beat FaZe recently.
ever since the switch to online, Florida has beat FaZe.
Yep.
Before, it was both 3-0 in FaZe's favor.
Ooh. I think.
Every time they matched on LAN, it was a 3-0.
I think.
Wow.
Atlanta's going to be pissed about that. Because they know that. They know that Florida never beat them on LAN. They've only beat them online. And like they have said, all these players are going to be moving around trying to find the best ping for these tourneys. And I think FaZe 3-1 them.
I did the exact same thing. I did the 3-1. Not for any particular reason other than, like you said, Atlanta, I am 100% sure has been practicing their ass off due to the fact that they're still being written off as not as good as they have been.
And the thing is, they're coming in cold, but at the same time, they have 2 full rounds where they can do nothing but scrim until it gets to them. So they're not fully cold.
And so does Dallas.
Yeah.
So it's the top 2 teams that are probably going to be scrimming each other the entire time.
Yeah, they're probably going to be scrimming round 1, both elimination and winners rounds for those 2 rounds.
Yeah.
So that's what Friday
Plus
does.
any other team that hops up.
Yeah.
Granted, anybody that lose, I'm sure they're immediately uninstalling the game and never playing again.
Probably.
So they'll just be playing the winners.
Especially Seattle. Like,
I think anybody that loses is immediately good. I don't think there's a single pro that comes back to this one.
No.
Other than Warzone.
Yeah, they'll play Warzone, but they won't play. They won't play multi again.
Nope. So yeah, 3-1. FaZe is in the championship. We have Florida versus Chicago.
Both teams that FaZe put there.
Florida wins.
Yeah.
3-2.
I agree. I actually agree exactly with that score.
I just see it being Florida 3-2 just for the fact that they're mad that they lost. They feel like they were the better team than FaZe just because of recent events.
Yep.
And they just catch Chicago slipping.
Yep. I think they come out, they beat them on the first map. Chicago gets an awakening, and then they win the next. That was an accident, but still. Chicago wins SD and Dom. Florida comes back and wins the next hardpoint and SD.
So now we have the best of 9. Atlanta FaZe, Florida Mutineers for the Call of Duty Championships.
Could you imagine a 5-0? It's not going to happen, but... So what are the maps for it? Like, what are the modes for it? So is it hardpoint, S&D, Dom, hardpoint, S&D? Where does it go to then?
I think it's...
Does it just reset?
Hold up. Let's see. Best 9.
That's my question. How is that going to work? What are the modes? That is important.
Oh my god.
What is
I
it?
pulled up the Reddit just because I was trying to find what the modes were.
Yeah.
Someone said, could you imagine getting reverse swept 5 games in a row?
Oh, that would be awful.
Any team that ever gets reverse swept up from 4-0 to 5-4 will never team again in their lives.
No, no.
Oh, that is true.
What?
Team from winners starts the series up 1-0
Oh.
because they have to have that advantage.
I wish they would tell you. It would tell you what the. Because I
See.
think that decides it too. We got to know what what modes they're playing. Because that could affect it. If there's, say, 3 S&Ds in there, you got to give the advantage to Atlanta immediately. Okay. Okay. Map 1, Hardpoint. Map 2, S&D. Map 3, Domination. Map 4, Hardpoint. Map 5, S&D. Map 6, Domination. Map 7, Hardpoint.
Hardpoint.
So it just resets.
8,
It just
Search and
resets.
Destroy. Yeah. Hardpoint, Search for Domination. Hardpoint, Search for Domination.
What's map 9? It doesn't say.
Don't know. I guess because the first team starts up 1-0. If they win 4 games, that's 5-0. And the other team could still win 5 games. I don't know.
Maybe so. It's best of
Yeah,
8.
because
But
it's best of 9 with team from winner back start 1-0. So,
yeah, that makes sense.
So there's only going to be 8 maps.
So there's 2 S&Ds that you immediately got to give the face. So that gives them 3 again. That gives them 3 points. So I'm gonna go ahead and give face. Gotta give them the 1 because they're gonna start, and the other 2 S&Ds. Because it'll at least make it to map 5. Now the hard point, Dom, and hard point. Of course, I don't know. I think Florida's gonna come out and try to. They're gonna win the first map because Atlanta 3-1. They want to prove something, so they're gonna win the first hard point again. S&D, Atlanta. What?
I'm just looking over everything.
Oh. I'll give the S&D to Atlanta. The domination. They could give that to Atlanta again. And I give the second hard point to Florida. I don't know about the Dom though. That might not be it.
I say, honestly, with the way things have gone, I give both dominations to Florida.
I think so.
So there's 2 maps to Florida. I will give them first hard point.
So that's 3. So up
So
to
I'll give them
map
3 maps. 5,
up
3.
to map 6, it's see both S&Ds and 1. And then Atlanta takes the second hard point. So 4-3. Florida, Atlanta, Florida, Atlanta, Atlanta, and Florida. So we're on map 7, the third hard point. Does Florida take it and go to map 8 or not? You don't think so?
Nope, I think it's 5-3 in Atlanta Faze's favor.
I'll give you that.
That's just the only way I see it happening.
But even if Florida does win that map 7 hardpoint, Atlanta wins all 3 S&Ds. I like it. Me.